It's no secret that Anthem has had its fair share of criticism since launch. Many of the remaining fans were hoping that the latest update 1.1.0 that went live today was going to fix many of the game's issues. And while there are some improvements and additional content, the game still has a long way to go to win back fans. With that said, they are not doing themselves any favors with another update that they put out today on Reddit. I will read it out as following. Update on Anthem from the development team. Here is an update from Ben, lead producer, and Chad, head of live service on the Act 1 90-day calendar. Hey everybody, it's been 10 weeks since the early access release of Anthem. While we have been quiet publicly, we have been hard at work in the background and we wanted to provide an update on the state of the game. The past 10 weeks, we have learned a lot since the game went live, we have heard a lot of feedback from all of you, and we have been working diligently to improve as many things as we can in the short term. We fixed a lot of bugs and made changes, which we believe begins to point us in the right direction for the future. That being said, we know there is a long way to go before Anthem becomes the game we all want it to be. So where are we at today? Game Update 1.1.0. Game Update 1.1.0 went live today and includes some new content and improvements to the game. A new stronghold called the Sunken Cell, access to the Forge anywhere in the world, ability to launch a new expedition from the end of an expedition menu without loading into Fort Tarsus, access to contracts without having to run around and pick them up. There are a bunch of additional fixes and improvements. The patch notes for Game Update 1.1.0 can be found here. I'll link that in the description. There's also a live stream later today where we will show you the Sunken Cell Stronghold and some other improvements in the Game Update 1.1.0. Act 1 Calendar. While we have delivered many of the Act 1 features on time, we're not going to hit all of the goals on our Act 1 calendar. We have been prioritizing things like bug fixes, stability, and game flow over the new features of Act 1. We set aside time for this work, but the reality is there are more things to fix and improve than we had planned for. While this is the best thing to do for the game, it means some items from the calendar will be delayed. Features delayed. The Mastery System, Guilds, Legendary Missions Phase 2, Weekly Stronghold Challenges, Leaderboards, some free play events, and the Cataclysm. We want to make sure that everything we add to the game has a purpose and fits with our long-term goals. While we have information to share on the items above, we will do so. Cataclysm, which is a major pinnacle event that the majority of players have been waiting for. The Cataclysm is an important addition to the game, and it's currently a big focus for the team. The Cataclysm will bring new challenges and rewards and pushes the story of Anthem forward. As our work continues, we will share more with you in May. Loot, which has continued to be a hot topic in the Anthem community. We have heard your concerns around the endgame loot. We agree that our loot and progression systems need to be improved, and we are working towards this. When we have more information to share, we will. Communication, which has been lacking to say the least recently. A lesson we have learned is we have been talking about the things too early. There are so many factors that we can use that can cause us to pivot our plans, whether it's a bug, instability issues, player feedback, or complications with a feature that requires us to take more time to deliver it. Our goal is to tell you about new content and features once the work is closer to being done. At the same time, we want to provide more ways to get your feedback for you to tell us what you think is fun or not fun. To facilitate this, we plan to introduce a player feedback environment, an opportunity to get your feedback before we go live with major features. In the short term, it will be for PC only. In closing, we know you have been waiting for these updates and that you may not be pleased where we are today. We understand and respect these perspectives. The only thing we can say is this. We believe in Anthem, we believe the game will be great, but we recognize getting there will take a lot of hard work. We want to do that work, and we want you all to join us on the journey to get there. Thanks for taking the time to read this update, Ben and Chad. Now, this is obviously really disheartening to read as an Anthem fan. The game is in such a rough state now, and so with so much content delayed, in fact the majority of the features that were promised for Act 1 on the roadmap for Anthem are in this delayed update. I really hope that they can find a way to turn this game around, but I'm worried that at this point it's just too late. Thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please click and like and subscribe to my channel for more news videos coming in the future. Thanks.